There's something undeniably eerie about serial killers that has intrigued people for ages, dating back to the early days of newspapers. It could be the psychological puzzle they present, or perhaps the unsettling thought that the person bagging groceries next to you might harbor dark secrets. But what really gets under our skin are the serial killers who evade capture. While reading about notorious figures like Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy is unsettling, it's equally riveting to ponder the ones who remain elusive, the ones who may still be lurking undetected. Here are 10 bone-chilling tales of serial killers who've slipped through the cracks of justice, leaving us to wonder if they'll ever be caught and held accountable for their heinous deeds. Number 10, the Oakland County Child Killer, also known as the Babysitter Killer, terrorized Oakland County, Michigan between 1976 and 1977, claiming the lives of at least 4 children. What's chilling about this case is the killer's eerie ritual of bathing each child before committing the heinous crimes. This led FBI experts to speculate that the murderer might have had a twisted sense of parental instinct. The community was gripped with fear, prompting numerous neighborhood watch efforts. Despite several leads, including the discovery of a suspicious vehicle linked to the killer, the case remains open and unsolved. Even with advancements like creating a DNA profile in 2012, no match has been found among those arrested or in the police database. What's particularly disturbing is the duration of the children's captivity, lasting anywhere from 4 to 19 days before their tragic deaths. This case continues to haunt both investigators and the community, with the killer still on the loose. Number 9, the Highway of Tears Killers has left a haunting legacy along Canada's Route 16, earning it the grim moniker Highway of Tears. Stretching 450 miles between Prince George and Prince Rupert, this highway has witnessed the disappearance or murder of at least 18 Indigenous women since 1969, with estimates suggesting the toll could be as high as 40. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police has struggled to crack these cases, attributing the crimes to multiple perpetrators who have evaded justice over the span of 5 decades. Despite efforts, only one murder has been prosecuted, leaving the families of the remaining victims without closure. Number 8, Bible John's reign of terror gripped Scotland in the late 1960s, sparking the nation's largest manhunt. Targeting women in their late 20s to early 30s, he lured them from Glasgow's Barrowland ballroom before assaulting and killing them. Dubbed Bible John for his purported religious references, his true identity remained shrouded in mystery, despite psychological profiling and the lone witness's account provided by Helen Puttick's sister, Jean, who passed away tragically in 2010. The elusive killer's identity remains elusive. With no new leads emerging, the chances of unmasking Bible John appear increasingly slim. Next up is number 7. The alphabet killer Carmen Colon was raped and strangled. Her killer has been identified. A local citizens group working with the Rochester police put up 5 billboards near her home, pleading for any information. The Rochester, New York alphabet murders took place in the early 1970s. The alias of the murderer originates from the victims he picked. He exclusively selected young girls whose first and last names started with the same letter. The 3 victims of the alphabet killer were all raped and strangled, and even though there were numerous witnesses, including several drivers who saw 10-year-old Carmen Colon trying to flee from the killer while half naked on the side of the road, police have never been able to solve the case. Nonetheless, there were several people connected to the case as recently as 2011, making them persons of interest to the police. All 4 of the men that the authorities were looking into were sentenced to death for killing sex workers in Nevada, but none of them could be connected to the crimes. It's interesting to note that the names of all the victims were alliterative. Number 6, the West Mesa Bone Collector thrust Albuquerque, New Mexico into the spotlight in 2009 with a grisly discovery. 11 bodies, all women reported missing between 2003 and 2005, were unearthed in an area known as West Mesa. Yet, the chilling saga may extend beyond those grim findings, with at least 13 additional women still unaccounted for. Despite intense scrutiny, authorities struggled to pin down a suspect, with several potential leads fizzling out due to insufficient evidence. Recent speculation suggests a more sinister undercurrent, the possibility of a sex trafficking ring operating under the guise of the Bone Collector's crimes. As of 2021, the case remains open, a haunting reminder of unsolved mysteries. Despite receiving numerous tips each year, progress has been elusive. The allure of a $100,000 reward for valuable information underscores the ongoing urgency to bring closure to the families affected. Number 5, the Servant Girl Annihilator terrorized Austin, Texas between 1884 and 85, leaving a trail of horror in his wake. Targeting domestic staff, he struck with impunity, claiming the lives of 7 women and 1 man. Though police records from that era are scant, historical accounts paint a vivid picture of the fear gripping the city. Over 400 arrests were made, yet the killer remained elusive. Speculation linking the Annihilator to Jack the Ripper adds an intriguing twist to the narrative, but local suspect Nathan Elgin, with his distinctive footprints, remains a compelling figure in the case. The shadow of the Servant Girl Annihilator looms large over Austin's history, a grim reminder of a dark chapter that remains shrouded in mystery. Number 4. The Long Island Killer, an enigmatic figure haunting New York's shores since 1996, remains one of America's most elusive serial murderers. With a suspected death toll ranging from 10 to 17 victims, the shadowy figure has confounded law enforcement for decades. Operating with eerie precision, the killer has managed to evade capture, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and shattered lives. The chilling discovery of Shannon Gilbert's body in 2010 on Gilgo Beach unveiled a grim tableau of buried victims, thrusting the case into the spotlight. Despite intense scrutiny and severe suspects being questioned, including a former police chief, the killer's identity remains shrouded in mystery. While a recent arrest in 2023 brought a glimmer of hope, the suspect maintains innocence, leaving the case unresolved. Number 3. The Black Doodler, a name that belies the horror of his crimes, stalked San Francisco's gay community from 1974 to 1975. Targeting men, he lured them with promises of artistry, only to betray them with violence, leaving behind a trail of unspeakable brutality. In a climate of fear and stigma, many victims hesitated to come forward, hindering investigators' efforts. Yet, recent developments offer a flicker of hope, with advances in forensic technology and a renewed willingness among survivors to share their stories. Authorities believe they are closing in on a suspect. Amidst the darkness, a beacon of justice beckons, fueled by a $200,000 reward for crucial information. The city awaits closure, yearning for resolution in a chapter of its history stained by unspeakable tragedy. Number 2. The Zodiac Killer, immortalized in the 2007 film Zodiac, left a chilling legacy in the late 1960s San Francisco. Through cryptic messages sent to the press, threats against the public, and the murders of at least 5 victims, this elusive figure instilled fear across the city. Despite the deciphering of some of his cryptograms, the killer's true identity remains a mystery. Speculation swirls around suspects like Gary Francis Poste, though no definitive proof has emerged. The case, with its tantalizing clues and unanswered questions, continues to captivate crime enthusiasts, ensuring the Zodiac's infamy endures. Number 1. Jack the Ripper. The quintessential embodiment of terror haunted the foggy streets of London in 1888. His gruesome murders of at least 5 women, coupled with taunting letters sent to authorities, sparked a global fascination with serial killers. Despite exhaustive investigations and countless theories, Jack the Ripper's identity remains elusive. The passage of time has only deepened the mystery, leaving a legacy of fear and intrigue that endures to this day. Though the case may never be solved, the Ripper's legacy as the ultimate enigma in criminal history lives on. What unsolved serial killer case do you find most intriguing? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more chilling mysteries and true crime stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.